Do not send any dick pics, anything
No.
like that. I
But
never
you
got
know
one of
what?
those, but apparently that's the thing with
I
females.
shouldn't even
and I
say
feel
this right
bad
now,
about
but you
that.
know what? It'd be entertaining sometimes. Like
So you've gotten
I'll
dick
open
pics
it,
before.
but then I'll show it to all my girls and we'll laugh about it and like,
Wow.
oh my God. Like it's funny. So if you want to be a joke,
That's hilarious.
Yo, this is Leo Black exclusively at Dame Dash Studios, and this is the Leo Black Show.
Yo, I am Leo Black. We're at Dame Dash Studios, and this is the Leo Black Show. And today we have our special guest, Abrina.
what's up? What's good?
Yo, Abrina, I just was complimenting on your style. Who inspires you, to dress like you do?
I have a couple people that I look up to, like Virgil Abloh, obviously. A lot of people look up to him and
Off-White, shout out.
yeah, exactly. Machino, like all the styles and stuff that they've done, and just like there's some really cool like designers that are like Brazilian and like random people just out there. Like I follow their Instagrams and stuff, and I'm like, man, that's so cool. But like I love, like I've always played with like different fabrics, and I'll take like a cool fabric and like stick it on a jacket or something. So I've always been like that. So like I just like doing my own thing, you know. So yeah, it's been dope.
Yo, facts. Of course, I love the style. I think it's dope. I think it has to do a little bit with your culture too, as well. Can you talk to us a little bit about that, about the culture?
Yeah.
Your nationality, your
Yeah.
upbringing. What was that like?
So I'm from San Diego, and I'm full Mexican. I have a big old Mexican family down there. And it's actually funny. I was just down there and randomly, like I was out and I just wanted to go to Mexico. So,
So
which,
like
but
2-hour
like
drive. Yeah, it's
you
right
know, not even. Well, I was already downtown, so it was only like a 30-minute drive real
Wow.
quick. So that's, and to other people, when I told them that story, they're like, what? Oh my God, you just ran off to Mexico? And I was like, but that's a normal thing for San Diegans. Like, it's right there. We used to sneak out of our parents' houses and go party in Rosarito and then sneak back in the next morning. So that's kind of like the San Diego culture, is like being right there so close and like a jump skip away from like Mexico. So very like tapped into like my Mexican culture, and I love like having that culture, and of course bring it into like fashion and of course my music. So that's a big thing. But yeah, San Diego is just like a cool, vibey beach city. It's Cali, but much different than LA. You know what I mean? So yeah, I do get a lot of inspiration from there.
That's dope. That's dope. And how did we spoke on? I know like moving to LA was a big part of your artistry and being an artist, and it is for a lot of people, including me. Even though I'm from LA, I took some time. I moved an hour out, and then I had to transition back in because LA is just like its own country within itself, especially if you're in entertainment.
Yeah.
How did you learn how to move? Moving to LA, and what was a big factor in a lot of choices that you made?
Yeah. Well, growing up in San Diego is so close to LA. So like a couple times I'd do like an audition or something. So I always would have to come to LA, but then I'd have to drive back the same day. So I was doing a lot of back and forth, and then was trying to work with people. So it was, or like running up to an event. So there's just a lot of back and forth all the time coming from San Diego to LA. And with traffic, all of that, it can take hours, and it's not even that far. So I just felt like, you know what, if I really, really am serious about doing this, like I have to go to LA. And it was a transition, and it took a minute. But once I got up here, it's like everybody is trying to be something. So sometimes it's a little hard on someone that's really young, you know what I mean? So like, but luckily I live so close. My family lives so close in San Diego. So when I needed those like mental breaks, when I needed to like, okay, hold on, like let me just chill out for a second, then I would be able to go down to San Diego. So I think that that's important too. Like people coming to LA, like you gotta find ways of like taking a break and removing yourself from everything that's going around in LA, because it's crazy. It's a lot going on, and you're constantly surrounded by it. So you need the mental breaks.
That's facts. It does get a little bit oversaturated at times.
Yeah.
Of course, you dropped some big projects. You've had some big features. How did that come about? I mean, obviously you got like a feature with Problem. You got
Yeah.
I mean, you just got so many big features as well as big producers on some of your work. So, how does someone get into those politics of the industry? A female who wants to be a singer,
Yeah.
and pretty much just doesn't want to get fucked over by an engineer or a manager, or
Mhm.
but they still want to be making big moves, want mainstream artists on their songs, want mainstream producers on their songs. How did you go about that, reaching out?
Yeah, it was kind of like um just different events, and like I think the main ways I would make these connections was performing, because then once they saw that you actually had talent, then the respect came. So sometimes when you meet people out in the studio all the time, especially for a woman, I don't want to take it there, but it's like guys are trying to work with you, but mainly just trying to holler at you. So
Exactly.
you had to learn how to like weave through those people, you know. Um, and there's a lot of trial and error that's gonna go into that, especially if you don't have like your manager there with you all the time. So like that's a good way to like weave through all that, is like have your manager and handle a lot of your stuff. But besides that, like if people see your hustle, that will make that's been the main reason I've turned a lot of non-believers to believers, because they're like, man, Abrina, you work, like you really work, like you're crazy. So I believe in you. So like I feel like my hustle has been a main positive that I've used to my benefit. Like even so, like with the big artists, they'll see what I'm doing and they'll be like, man, I appreciate you. I remember when I was there, so I'm gonna help you out. So I'm gonna give you a verse or whatever. So that's how that happened a couple times, and so yeah, it's just been like the hustle, just like be smart, don't let people waste your time, and just work your butt off, pretty much.
That's dope. And while we're on that subject, how is it, being a female in the music industry, and what advice would you give any females that's inspiring to be in your position, a singer in the music industry on a big platform like you are?
Yeah. Honestly, I mean, just as women, you are gonna have to work a little bit harder. I feel like, and that's just life. And but that's every woman, they feel that in every career. And just I'm not. I mean, people are always like, well, don't sleep with people, and but it's like I would. But we're human. Like it should never be. They're like no more double standards. Like we don't judge men or male artists if who they slept with. We don't care. Like we already know they are. We don't care. So like let's stop caring about these female artists. Like there is a couple rumors out there about me, and at first they used to get to me and used to bother me because I felt like people were trying to discredit me as an artist because they just brushed me off because they thought there's rumors around she a hoe. But it's like who cares? Like don't even care about any of that stuff. So my biggest thing I would tell to young artists is like have thick skin. Like don't care. People are always gonna say stuff about you. Who cares? Like have fun, do you, and like people will recognize that. Be strong. Just be strong women in this industry. Don't let anyone tell you anything different. Don't take no no's from anybody, and just keep growing.
That's big facts. That's big facts. Man, that definitely covers a lot. I'm pretty sure there's someone out there listening like, damn, I can definitely relate.
Yeah, I mean everyone's gonna get the haters and the rumors. Just expect it. It's gonna happen, and it's just how you handle it, and you have to handle it like a G, like a boss. Who
Hey,
cares? Who cares?
boss status. Yo, so I mean, any late projects right now? What's some of the latest projects you have out right now that you're excited about?
So my newest single is called Suavecita, and we're just about to shoot the video, but we do have a lyric video out, so make sure y'all go check that out. And then I pretty much am done with a EP, so I've been like making plays, setting that up. And I have this song Toda Tuya out that we actually just did a really dope um licensing deal with, actually, like Conquer Sony. So
Congratulations, that's a big deal. Shout out
yeah,
Conquer Sony.
yeah, definitely shout out to them. So they like it's really cool. They built this compilation and they have like some really big artists on there, like like 2 Chains and stuff. and then they put on some like not as known artists, and then they're gonna do, you know, a full on like compilation and work it. So it's actually really dope. So I'm excited about that. And then yeah, I'm kind of just like, I have a project. I feel like I haven't put out a project in a long time.
And
Um,
what's been holding you back? What have you been
be
doing in that gap, that period, to where is it you haven't been inspired, or you just feel like you're working on other things and you can't do both?
yeah, um, you know what? There was a time where I'd say like, so I put my first single out in like 2014, so like a long time ago, and then just kept dropping singles. And then there was a time where I just was like not feeling it, and I was very uninspired. So I pretty much almost got out the game. And then yeah, I mean, just I just was going through stuff, and then I just found something inside of me, and just like started was working with some people that were really inspiring. So pretty much just got back in and like went gun ho for everything. So right now, like, I feel extremely inspired, and the new project that I have that I've been working on, like, I'm completely in love with. So like obviously I'm looking forward to that.
Dope. Is there anybody on that project that we may want to hear, haven't heard in a while, or any special features?
Yeah, I haven't really done too many features on that, but there's some people I've been talking with. Um,
Dope.
there's actually one
Producers.
feature that not too many people here know about, but he's actually really big in Mexico. His name is Sikan. He's
I've
like a
heard of
big.
Seacon.
Really?
Okay, hell yeah.
Oh yeah. No,
Boy
he's
going viral.
yeah. He's a really dope Mexican rapper, but he could rap in Spanish and rap in English. He's fire. So I definitely have a song with him for sure. I could talk about that. But yeah, no, there's gonna be, some things.
And now that you're back in the studio, you're back writing, you're back recording. What is that process like? How do you go about writing a song, picking a beat, that whole situation?
Just whatever moves me, whatever I'm feeling. The beat has to be the vibe I'm feeling, and then I just go off of that, and just like the song kind of tells me what I feel like talking about. Like, it gives me that vibe, and then I'll run with it and go. Yeah.
And is there any producers you're working with right now exclusively?
Not like exclusively, but I definitely have been working with a couple people that they're like my home team pretty much, but
So you got like an in-house team you're rocking
yeah, but
with?
they work with other people too, but like they're like my go-tos though. They're just like my people. So
Mm.
one of them, his name is KP. So shout out to
Shout
him.
out KP
Yes,
on the new
him.
album.
I just was with him at the studio right now.
Facts.
Shout out to Clayton William, of course. He's like
Clay
my
Williams.
brother. And then shout out to Playing Skills. They're pretty big
Mm.
Latin producers, so shout out to them. They've been working with me lately. Shout out to Flick, who did Suavecita.
Nice.
Um, yeah, those are my main right there.
That's a big team. I mean, I understand why you're inspired now. You got a lot of talented people behind you.
I do. I do. I've been blessed to be able to work with amazingly talented people who kind of took a chance on me, because they're like, "Girl, we work with Bruno Mars." Like, what? Do you and I'm like, "Come on!" But because they saw my hustle, they're like, all right, get in here. Let's do something." So like, I've been blessed to really work with amazing, talented people, and writers too. Some really dope writers.
Can we be expecting that Bruno Mars collab? I don't
We're
know.
not there yet. No.
Who are some mainstream artists right now that inspire you? That's you may hear on the radio or you got on your playlist that you listen to on the daily. That's helping contribute to your album, even maybe.
Yeah. That I get inspiration from a lot of different things, different artists. I definitely I I've always been inspired by Childish Gambino, 'cause he has been
Love him.
able to do more than just music, and I love that. And then I've dabbled into like the acting world too, so I look up to that. I love what like the Latin movement is doing. Like, I love how J Balvin is just playing everywhere. Like, I would love to work with a J Balvin or Bad
Bad
Bunny.
Bunny.
Bad Bunny, you already know. Just like, I've seen Bad Bunny perform, and it's insane. It's insane. So those are just to name a few.
He's like in stadiums right now.
Oh yeah.
I mean, speaking of performance, I mean that's basically how you got your go in LA. You maybe had a residency, or you're performing different showcases, talent shows, things like that. I mean, how would you describe your performance, and how did you learn how to perform on stage?
Um, I say my performances, I can be a bit versatile. Like I love doing the dancers and with the DJ and doing like a high energy performance, and like I do that at the clubs and stuff. But when it's a venue, I love doing, a band or like some real music or just have like a little acoustic set. So like the band, the live music part to me is just the real show. So I gotta do more of that. I haven't really done that too much. I haven't toured where I can do a band yet, but it's coming. But I actually am gonna do a part of Eric Bellinger's tour. That's gonna happen in
Hey, shout
December.
out Eric B, man.
Shout out to Eric Bellinger. Yes, thank you for letting me out. But I'm doing like half of his leg of tour, so I'm gonna be holding it down for the ladies 'cause I think it's all men. So which is nothing new for me. I'm like, yes, let's go. Come see.
Abrina's on the West Coast Eric Bellinger tour. Make sure you
Yeah.
look out for that. Eric Bellinger, I love that dude. He's so humble. I actually did one of my first tours with Eric Bellinger. It was called the Lit
Nice.
Tour, and performed at like a high school tour, college tour with Eric Bellinger.
Dope. That's where I met you
Yeah,
at the high school tour.
yeah. That's what
Yeah.
that's what it was. Our Dash Radio with DJ Ski.
Oh
Remember
yeah,
that?
yeah, yeah.
When we go way back,
Oh,
like
man, that's
2012.
years.
Far as if we're talking like relationship status, is Abrina single?
Oh no.
She's not single.
No, oh no. I said, oh no, like no, we're not gonna talk about that. Yeah. Yes, of course I'm
it's
single.
complicated. What is it?
Hello, married to
What?
the money.
Hot girl fall. That's what's happening.
It's hot
So-
girl year round, honey.
I mean, so how? I mean, if I mean, obviously, it's guys out there that's attracted to you. So, if a guy wanted to go about, catching Abrina's attention, how would he go about that?
Well, do not come up to me with no corny ass line. Do not do that. Don't come up to me and say, "Ooh, you look good." Don't do that. If you're sliding in my DMs, don't say anything sexual 'cause I will not even open it.
Do not send any dick pics, anything
No.
like that. I never
you
got
know
one of
what?
those, but apparently that's the thing. With
I shouldn't
females,
even
and I
say
feel
this right
bad
now,
about
but you
that.
know what? It'd be entertaining sometimes. Like
So
I'll
you've gotten dick
open
pics
it,
before?
but then I'll show it to all my girls and we'll laugh about it. And like,
Wow.
like but it's funny. So if you want to be a joke,
That's hilarious. So
I don't know.
obvious-
Don't send them. Don't send.
You can slide in the DMs, but you gotta be witty. You gotta say something different.
Sometimes like I'll respond to guys if they slide in my DMs and they say if they're just being cool, like if they're just talking to me like they're a homie, and like if they say, "Yo, I was in that city last week and I tried this restaurant. It was really good." Blah blah blah. Like if you just talk to me like a normal, like a friend, then I feel like yeah. I mean, I'll talk to random people sometimes and have full on conversations just because they were super cool. So.
It's dope. And how is it like, being a female in entertainment, obviously in music, being in a relationship, and what type of guy you think can handle you, and not be like insecure by you doing big features or being in the studio all night or doing going on shows with Eric Bellinger and all men and things like that. Like, I mean, for a man that can be intimidating, So
Yeah.
what type of man do you look? Do you look for like the regular guy, or do you look for like the guy who's in the industry who understands that, and know you need to be on your hustle, on your grind?
Yeah.
And-
I mean, I don't look for a guy in the industry. Like, I definitely do not want to date artists, especially rappers.
So you've done that before and it didn't work.
I
Are you
never
just-
dated a rapper or anything, but I did date a songwriter before. And it was like, it was good, but then it was bad. But it was mainly 'cause he got a little insecure here and there when I'd be in the studio late night. But then again, like, we had a great understanding of like, yo, I'm in for like 16 hours. I'm like, all right, have fun. Like, it's, so you do need somebody that understands, and it's a lot to understand, because if you have plans to go somewhere, but then you get a call to do a session, you got to do it, especially if it's like a big, person you're about to work with. So they just gotta really kind of know the business a little bit, and like it's a not a 9 to 5, it's a 24/7 all the time. So like one time I was on a date with somebody, and then I got a call from like, I don't know. Okay, I got a call from like Molly Mall, and he was like, "Yo, party next door needs somebody to do some vocals." And I was like, "Ooh, dang, I really need to do this." And I was like, "Ooh, right now?" And he's like, "Yo, come on, hurry up." And I was like, "Ah." So then I told the guy, I was like, "I gotta go." But luckily he understood. So like it's gonna be a lot of situations like that, you know. You gotta pick up and go sometimes. So it's hard to. That's why it's so hard to like find someone and date someone, because honestly, it sucks for them.
That's facts.
Like I wouldn't want to, if I was working a normal 9 to 5. I don't want to date someone that's always up and go all the time or something like that. So it's a little bit harder. I obviously haven't found anybody, but you know, I'm one of those people, like it has to be amazing. It has to be not mediocre at all, or else I don't want it. So I just, you know, it's hard. It's really really hard.
Hey, that's. I mean, definitely, you put it all on the table. There it is. If you want to get up, Abrina, there it is. It's good that you know yourself, you know,
Yeah.
because a lot of girls are just like, entertain me, you know.
Yeah.
But it seems like you
Well,
know yourself and you know what you need to keep.
Yeah, and a lot of girls get caught up on going for the guy with money,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like there's a lot that comes with that.
Is
so.
that not everything? Having a guy with money?
That's not everything. No, it's great. It's a great plus for sure. I mean, I would like hopefully my guy to have his stuff together, his shit together, or really really working on it hard. But that's not like the main goal is to be with a rich guy. No.
Speaking of a guy with money, I mean, you getting calls from Molly Ma. I mean, obviously, he's known for having money. Every time I've seen him, he put up in like a Phantom. So
Oh
that's
no,
cool to
yeah,
have a
he's
friend like that.
Yeah.
What's that like? What's that like?
well, I mean, it's just being cool. Like I've just met him a couple times, and like we've worked with the same label, so like I always will run into him like at the club or something, and he's surrounded by like literally 20 girls everywhere he goes. Shout out to Molly.
Hey, speaking of that, allegedly he got busted for an escort service in Vegas. I don't know if you heard, but
Recently?
yeah, this was like a couple days ago. I seen it on the news.
Oh.
Maybe a week or so ago.
Mm.
But it may have been. I mean, obviously, it was like racketeering been happening over the years. I guess.
Right.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
But did you witness that at all? Did you get a hint of that? Like, so you say you seen him with 20 girls. Have you been to the Molly Mall mansion? Like.
Well, like the girls that I seen him with or wanted to be there, and they made themselves known that they were there. So he's such a cool dude that he's literally friends with everyone. Like everyone knows Molly. So and he, of course, he loves women. Like he loves having beautiful women around, and he can. So I mean, I don't know too much about the escorting stuff, but it's Vegas. There's escorts walking around everywhere.
Yeah, I think it's like legal or something.
It
in Reno
is. Like I met a girl the other day. She had her own escorts and stuff.
Wow.
She tried doing a little recruiting.
That's dope. Hey, get your money.
Right.
On your grind. So is there anything you want to leave us with, Abrina? Any links? How can people follow you? Obviously, you got the West Coast tour with Eric Billinger.
Yeah.
Where else can people follow you at?
Follow me, everything, Instagram, Facebook, all that's at Abrina Music, Abrina. So follow me, definitely. Look out for the new Suavecita video, and the project is. Should I announce the name of the project?
Oh my God, we get an exclusive.
It's an exclusive.
Can we drop the track list too? What?
Nah.
right,
You get the name though.
Let's get the name.
Nah, so it's called Sunset Cliff,
Yo, that's catchy.
which is my most favorite place in San Diego. So that's what I named it after. Yep.
Yo, well, I'm Leo Black. We're at Dame Dash Studios, and this is the Leo Black Show with our special guest, Abrina.